In the ancient kingdom of Persia, there lived a young Jewish orphan named Hadassah, more commonly known as Esther. Yet quite amazingly, she became the queen of that land. But her life, as beautiful as it may seem, was not without challenges. The main challenge of Queen Esther's life and fate began with a decree by Haman, the king's right-hand man, to have all the Jews killed. This made her and all the Jews fear for their lives. And despite being one of the most influential and powerful people in Persia, Esther, being a Jew, could only do so much to ease her people's distress, let alone reverse the decree. For this, she needed the king's power, but even then, she still had hesitations in asking for help from the king because of a law that forbids any person, including her, from going into the king's court uncalled. But in Esther 4:16, we can see courage and faith. In this verse, Esther bade Mordecai to gather all the Jews to fast and pray with her, as she will go in unto the king uninvited to ask him to reverse Haman's decree, revealing her identity and risking her life in the process. She said, "So will I go in unto the king, which is not according to the law, and if I perish, I perish." At that point, it did not matter for Queen Esther whether she lived or got killed during that day. All that she had in mind was the salvation of her people. To cut the story short, she found favor from the king and had her request granted. You see, even while we may seem to have little faith, causing us to be anxious of a lot of things, if that faith is genuine and pure, God will certainly take note of it. Esther chose to stick to her faith despite her incredibly perilous circumstances. She did what she could and left those she didn't have control over to God's hands. She stood still and let God move.